Hey guys, Neomis here. Now for today's video we gotta talk about Sunday's game against Leeds. Obviously we know it's a 0-0 draw, Pepe getting sent off, and I gotta talk about Pepe first of all because it's been the biggest thing that everybody's been talking about over the past couple of days. Now I've had some time to emotionally get over the because that's the only way how to describe the game. And we got Molde on Thursday in the Europa League. I'll be giving my thoughts on all of that as well and potential starting lineups. But until then, please do remember to comment, like and subscribe. It does help the channel out. And check out some of my other content, which should be somewhere on the side there or there, depending on how this video turns out. But now, let's get started. So let's talk about Nicolas Pepe. So it was a game whereby, how can I say, we were shit. We were completely shit. And I mean, I put up the preview and prediction for the video and I had nothing but positive optimism. But to see us just capitulate how we did, to see us have nothing, like literally nothing. And then when you look at Leeds carved us open like a Thanksgiving turkey, except they just failed to hit the target. I mean, they had over 20 shots on target. And what made worst of all is that Nicolas Pepe got sent off, meaning that for Arsenal, he's going to be playing in the Europa League for these last 3 games. And it just isn't good enough. Nicolas Pepe, I've seen the video. There is no way he should ever be getting himself in that type of position. Like, why would you try to headbutt someone? It's like, come on, don't be stupid. Don't let them, like, all of that get to you. And he lets them get to him. He headbutts him and again gets sent off. And you'd be thinking Nicolas Pepe is doing this because Nicolas Pepe is like the star player of the team. Nicolas Pepe, for me, has not lived up to the 72 million price tag that he's shown. He's shown that yes, he is talented, yes, he can dribble, but when it comes to really performing on the team on a consistent basis, he is absolutely poor. And I was so disappointed to see that. The strange thing is, even when he wasn't on the pitch, we actually looked better with 10 men, which tells you something. That when Pepe and Willian are those off the pitch, and when the likes of Saka and Reece Nelson come on, it's a different ball game. It really, really, really is. Completely different ball game. And he's got to learn. I know he's apologized on his Instagram page, but it just isn't good enough. Especially when you're not performing at the levels that all the fans think you're not, and as well as Mikel Arteta, from what we understand. I mean, Arteta has come out rightly and said that, you know, his performance and the way how he reacted is unacceptable. And yeah, he's apologized to the fans, you know, and that means that all the potential abuse that he unfortunately has gotten, which I do have to say to everyone who's ever sent abuse out to any other players, like, and I mean real abuse. Like, I've heard people talking about his family, that he's effing shit, and it's like, come on now. Like, yes, he fucked up, but you don't need to go that far with it. Like, some of the comments I've seen online has just been absolutely disgusting, and no player deserves that, nor the likes of Mustafi and Granit Xhaka those. But nevertheless, poor from Nicolas Pepe. Unfortunately, we will probably see him on Thursday because he cannot play on Sunday against Wolves. So it makes sense that he plays the full 90 minutes in the Europa League because there's no point he can't even be on the bench against Wolves. So I thought, let's see, we've got Molde in this game on Thursday. He scored in the last game, really good goal. I thought he looked somewhat at his best, and I expect him to look just as good in this game as well. The last game we played at Molde, we won 4-1. but 2 of the goals were own goals, and obviously you had the goal by Willock there as well, who I also expect him to start. On top of that, I also expect to see Reiss Nelson get some games under his belt. I know he'll probably be playing most of the 90 minutes, if not all of the 90 minutes, up against Wolves. And I think this is Reiss Nelson's time to shine, but I will talk about Reiss most likely on Friday when I put out my preview for the game. But let's talk about starting 11s. We have now qualified for the group, or at least close to being qualified for the group. If I look at how the group lineup has gone so far. So right now we have got 9 points out of the group. We really just need about at least 2 more points to kind of really cement ourselves and confirm that we're probably going to get top of the group. But if we get a win, this means that we will finish top of the group, and that's what we want. So for me, I do think that we'll get a win out of this game. If you take out the own goals, you'll probably have to say I expect a 2-0 victory from Arsenal throughout this game. We are a little bare thinned at the moment, but there are quite a few players there that are looking to come back. Martinelli, from what I understand, has just started training again. Not full training, but kind of he's been involved. Pablo Mari has started full training again. Just happy to see him play. I expect Callum Chambers to get a potential run in along with David Luiz as well. I think this is such a critical time for Mikel Arteta. He has to manage the squad. We got a lot of games coming up, and we still got some tough ones coming in a couple of weeks. I believe we've got Spurs coming up as well, and we got to be on our A game. We need to get some wins that are not just in the Europa League as well. But I expect us to beat Molde, and with the amount of points that we have, I expect us to have in goal Runnison. I don't see why he isn't starting. Like, Leno's great, but for fuck's sake, play Runnison. You know, you've bought this guy to be a backup. This is the backup competition. Give the guy some games to play. So I expect Runnison to play in this game. I expect Cedric Soares, it's going to be 4 at the back for me, to play at right back. I expect to see David Luiz. I think that we'll probably get Callum Chambers, and I think that we will get Ainsley Maitland-Niles at left back. I think it's time. Give Kieran Tierney a bit of a break. You can have him on the bench, but give him a bit of a break. There's no need to play the guy as much as he can. When he was at Celtic, he was a bit injury prone, and I'm worried that he might get some type of long-term injury. We can't be having players out for like 2 months. Not right now. No. Absolutely not. Can't be having players out for that long. And if we manage the squad correctly, I think that we can be able to keep players healthy. Now in midfield, I expect to see Joe Willock. I expect to see Dani Ceballos. And unfortunately, I expect to see Granit Xhaka. We don't have a choice in the matter. I just expect to see Granit Xhaka. Mikel Arteta likes him. What more can you say? Up front, I'm probably going to go with Nicolas